What's up there YouTube, GarethWilliam414 here, and today I'm going to be bringing you my Seto Kaiba Deck Profile. Kaiba was one of my absolute favourite characters in the show, and I'm sure he is for quite a lot of people as well. The way I've built his deck is I've used a lot of cards that he's used throughout the show and kind of collabed them into one deck. So feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below on your thoughts on the deck, and you can head over to my channel for more character deck profiles, duels and Yu-Gi-Oh openings. Let's see if we can get this video to 25 likes. That'd be absolutely amazing. And with that being said, let's start with the monsters. And we'll start with Kaiba's 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. You can't build the Kaiba deck without it. It's been with him from the absolute beginning. It's an 8-star monster with 3000 attack. And oh man, it's just amazing. The nostalgia of these cards is just mind-blowing. And yeah, the whole kind of like build of his deck is basically getting this monster out as easily as possible. And running over everything. His next card is Obelisk the Tormentor, his Egyptian god card that he got from a Shizu before he started his Battle City tournament. And I think, to be fair, it's probably my favourite out of the 3 god cards. Next up we have Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoi of the End. It's another great card there. After that we have Kaiser Glider. And another classic card. We first saw this in Duelist Kingdom. It's a 6-star monster, 2200 attack. It's the Judge Man. I remember I used to run this card in my deck when I was a kid. I think because back then things weren't as strong as they are now, and I just liked it. I think it was quite easy to get out as well. Then we've got Luster Dragon number 2. Then we've got 3 Thunder Dragons. These cards are awesome for deck thinning. Their effect is you can send 1 Thunder Dragon to the graveyard, and then you can search your deck for 2 more Thunder Dragons and add those cards to your hand. So if you've got Polymerization in hand as well, you can fuse 2 of them together to make Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. And it's an absolute monster with 2800 attack. It's probably one of the easiest fusion monsters to get onto the field. After that we have Vorse Raider. This guy is an absolute tank. 4-star monster with 1900 attack. You know, you can't really say much about that. A character that deals that he is so strong. What you can also do is you can combine him with Shrink as well. So you can split his attack in half and you can use him as a crush card target. You can also use Lejin, Mystical Genie of the Lamp. You can use him in the exact same way as a crush card target. Or if not, he's got 1800 attack for a 4-star monster. He can just run shit down. Then we've got Blade Knight and Spear Dragon. I think he first used this one in the virtual world. This card, like Vorse Raider, is a tank. 4-star monster with 1900 attack. This guy, however, has piercing. That is amazing. His only downfall, however, is his effect. Is once Spear Dragon attacks, he is shifted into defense position, and he's only got 0 defense points. So he will get run over unless you've got any spells or traps to defend him. Another classic, Battle Axe, has to be in there. Then we've got Kaiser Seahorse. Another cool effect here, this card can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a light monster. So it's an easy way to get your Blue Eyes White Dragon out there. He's also a 4-star monster with 1700 attack, so he can be quite hard to get over. Another easy way of getting the Blue Eyes out is with Lord of D, obviously combining that with Flute of Summoning Dragon. Let's have a look. After that, we've got X-Head Cannon, White Dragon Head, and Z Metal Tank. I love these when I think they first debuted in the semi-finals of Battle City, but these Union monsters can fuse together to make XYZ Dragon Cannon, and that card is absolutely amazing. You're not really ever going to pull it off that often, but when you do, it's so much fun. The card is good, and your opponent will absolutely hate you. After that, we've got Paladin of White Dragon, Cyberjar, and my final monster in the Kaiba deck I have included Soggy the Dark Clown, an absolute classic. Look at that. It's just dark. I love it. He's probably going to be the main guy that you're looking for as your crush card target if obviously you don't have Shrink. So let's move on to Kaiba's spells now. I've included a copy of Shrink. Obviously, select 1 face-up monster on the field. The original attack of that monster is halved until the end of this turn. So you can do, like I said, you can split Vorse Raider in half and use him as a crush card target, or you can obviously use it on one of your opponent's monsters if you're struggling to get over something. After that, another really cool card here, Enemy Control. I loved it when this came out. It's so cool. Then we've got Soul Exchange. You can select an opponent's monster and use it as a tribute in place of one of your own. However, you must skip the battle phase for the turn which the card is activated. Then we've got cost down. You discard 1 card, reduce the level of all monster cards in your hand by 2 until the end phase of this turn. So you can lower your Blue Eyes down, and obviously he'll require 1 tribute instead of the 2, or you can use it on someone like Judgman, for example, and then you can just play that 2200 attack beater straight down. Then we've got Silent Doom to bring anything back. Mega Morph. You can equip this to your monster. Basically what it does is if your life points are lower than your opponent's, the original attack of your monster will be doubled. However, if your life points become higher than your opponent's, the original attack of that monster is half, so be careful when you use this. Then I've got White Dragon Ritual. You're obviously going to need this if you've got Paladin and White Dragon. And then obviously you're going to combine this with Lord of D, the Flute of Summoning Dragon. So we've got Soul Release here. You can target up to 5 cards in any graveyards and banish them. It can be handy. Then we've got Polymerization. You're going to need this to fuse your monsters together, as well as Pot of Greed. Don't know what that does. You've got Monster Reborn. And Kaiba's final spell card was used in combination with the first of his trap cards, which is Ring of Destruction. What an amazing combo. I remember when he used this in that 4-way duel. It was him, Yugi, Joey and Marek, and it was cool. I remember seeing that. I was like, what? That's crazy. But Ring of Destruction for me, I think is a complete troll card. I remember dueling with my 2 brothers. I was sitting very nice and comfortably on 8,000 life points, and they were, I think, the 3,000 or less. I had my Blue Eyes out, and I mean, I could have easily have just continued with the duel, but I thought, you know what? I want to be a massive douche, and I just flipped Ring of Destruction and just like took everyone out. It was awesome. Let's have a look. Next we have Return from the Different Dimension. You pay half your life points and you can special summon as many of your remove from play monsters as possible. So you can use this in combination with Soul Release like Kaiba did in his duel with Siegfried. I think it was in the Grand Championship series. Then we got Cloning, another amazing card there. Then we've got Negate Attack, name says it all. Compulsory Evacuation Device. Another cool card. I like this card. I think it's the artwork I like about it, to be fair. But you can select one face of monster on your side of the field and remove it from play until the end phase of this turn, which can be handy if you're trying to save a monster. I mean, you'll take the direct damage if you've obviously not got any monsters on the field, but it can be handy. Then we've got Shadow Spell. Last turn, this is a cool card to play around with. And the final trap for Kaiba's deck, it's probably my favourite trap card in his deck. It's an absolute classic. It's Crush Card Virus. Look at that. The artwork's just so cool. It's just so awesome. I'm lost for words. But you know, Crush Card's awesome. I remember when he dropped that, he'd just be completely screwed. So that's it for Kaiba's trap cards there. I'll just go on to his extra deck now. So we've got XYZ Dragon Cannon, which is amazing. Twin-headed Thunder Dragon, and obviously finally you've got to have it, the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Look at that 4,500 attack. That's absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, you're not really ever going to get this guy off unless you're like amazingly lucky or you draw like the anime. But man, if you land it, you winning. But there we go, guys. So that was my Kaiba deck profile. Obviously, there's probably some cards that you're thinking, oh, where's that card? Where's that card? Kaiba had so many cards. Obviously, because he was one of the main characters. I can't fit every card in there, otherwise the deck's kind of going to be like 60-70 cards, like big. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to do some variations of his deck. I'll probably do a Battle City version, Awaken the Dragons version, etc. So you know, leave in the comments below, let me know what kind of deck you'd like to see. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, you can also head over to my channel for more character deck profiles and duels, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content. Till next time, guys, take care, see you later.